We're on the Trans Pennine Trail in Barnsley, currently on a section that is just being improved between Silkstone Common and Worsborough to make it more accessible for everybody. We want to encourage people to use the trail and the National Cycle Network, whether they're pushing a pram, on an adapted bike or mobility scooter, riding a horse or a bicycle. Some of the problems that we had before the improvements were made, a lot of it was down to the surface. It was very bumpy and uneven, very waterlogged and muddy. We saw numbers drop off in the winter. 2020, when COVID hit, we saw a massive increase in the number of people using the trail, and so we really wanted to do something to improve it and make it a bit more user-friendly. So now we've got a lovely smooth surface all the way between Worsborough down to Black Horse Drive in Silkstone Common with a product called FlexiPave.
FlexiPave is a high tensile product that's made from recycled rubber crumb and aggregate with a unique polyurethane binder. You're obviously recycling a product that's green. It's not going to concrete kilns, there's no CO2 released as well. It's flexible but also really high tensile, so you can have equestrian use on it, footfall, cyclists and any sort of wheelchair access as well. So on this scheme alone, obviously FlexiPave has been put throughout, it's about nearly 12,000 square metres in total. That's approximately sort of 32,000 recycled car tyres going into the product onto the ground and are used as a surface. And the carbon obviously saving on that as well, it's nearly 700,000 kilograms. In terms of actual people using it, much more forgiving on the knees, on the joints. It can be used all year round, doesn't get silted in terms of mud or anything, and even with leaf fall as well. It's still got that grip aspect, so if you've got an elderly user, they're able to use it as and when they want to.
Other improvements that we made include extra benches along this section of the trail. There's a wildlife trail all the way along this section. We've had a lot of local people, users coming up to us telling us how much better the route is, how they're using it a lot more.
If you looked at this place a few months ago, particularly in the winter, it was virtually impassable in places, sludgy down at the bottom end particularly. This surface here is absolutely superb. It gives a little, doesn't it? And it's very comfortable to walk on. My wife's in a wheelchair at times and I can bring her on here. She wouldn't have been able to do it without this surface on it.
I started cycling only this year. With the new FlexiPave that's down, it's a lot easier and I feel much more comfortable and confident riding it without all the dirt, the rivets and everything. It's made it more accessible to everyone. When I finished work and I retired, I wanted to do some voluntary work. I've been doing it just over a year. We do quite a lot of planting, we do a lot of litter picking. There's a small community garden which we've put some extra planters in, all the cutting back of trees and making sure that the trail stays safe for everyone.
Barnsley actually took the first square metre of FlexiPave, so to put it onto such a large scale, it's fantastic. I'm a local lad as well, so we use the route quite regular. There's a lot more FlexiPave put down on the ground, there's a lot more tyres to be reused.
This has been a real partnership project across Sustrans, Barnsley Council and the Trans Pennine Trail National Office. It's great to see all the hard work has paid off. It's good to know that people appreciate what we've done and that they're enjoying the Trans Pennine Trail. And yeah, it's just great to be out on the route and people come and feedback that they're enjoying using it.